tangy. Not bad though. A few more spices would have helped, but we got some fresh baked buns somewhere here. Right on. So, the situation with the trip to BC, a lot of people are wondering about it. And yeah, it was one of those things where nothing went right, kind of right from the beginning. And I'll give my brief version here of what's happened. But I certainly don't want to moan about the fact that I couldn't get out and film where I wanted to, because there's people actually suffering out there. It's unfortunate for me that I couldn't get what I wanted to filmed. However, I'm out here in a hammock by choice, and there's people actually in shelters right now, not by choice. But Reader's Digest version of the events. I'd planned to do a series of stealth videos on Vancouver Island, which is a stealth camper's paradise. It's warmer than here by far, and that was kind of what I was going for, because winter stealth camping is really unpleasant when you're trying to do it in a backpack. And I had a bunch of spots planned out, a bunch of really cool things that I was going to do. And I packed up and left. And I stayed the first night kind of in the first town into BC I could get to, would be Valemount. And I bunked in for the night. I slept in a bit because I had a couple of step twos to kind of celebrate being out on the road. And by the time I got in the car, the snow was flying. And what I heard from the limited radio reception was that there was an absolute disaster unfolding in the province, including the actual roads I needed to take to get there. And by the time I traveled a little further down, I'd heard the entire town of Merritt was evacuated, and they were coming to Kamloops and Kelowna and these other places for shelter. And the storm was going. I was white knuckling through snow, of course. It's always what happens. But yeah, I figured I'd get to Kamloops and see what happens from there. We had no idea the extent of the tragedy that was happening. And well, traffic is a little noisy. We had no idea when the roads might be open, when they wouldn't be open. And then over the next few days, we realized these roads might not be open for months. And I was in Kamloops, which is not my ideal city for stealth camping. I found a couple of good spots. Of course, one of them I got to, and there's syringes and the lock zone kit right where I was going to camp for the night. And I found a few other potential spots. The problem I have with Kamloops, it's a beautiful city, beautiful people, but everybody's in a real hurry, and the town is not laid out straight. You know, like there's roads curving all over. And when I'm looking for a spot, I try to slow down and peek around. And the people behind me, they know exactly where they're going, and they want to get there quick. So there's a little bit of road rage in this, and not just against me, but against other people. But no, it's a really good town, of course, and obviously a stressful time for a bunch of people that ended up in the town as evacuees, etc. So with that said, I got an eye infection. It was called a sty. And it's not pink eye, because I know the jokes are going to come up about pink eye, but no. It's basically the tear pipe, the nozzle of the tear pipe gets a crumb in it or something, and it backs up. And my whole eye was like swollen shut. So right then I'm thinking, this is definitely not meant to be. As soon as the eye heals up, I'll turn around, and I did. And I'm just on the way back home right now. I'm probably 3 hours away from home at the moment. And then I saw this awesome sign. So I have to camp behind that, obviously. And it's been overdue. Um, I have I've been absolutely down in the dumps, but this is not an hour for me to complain. This is, I'm going to say, a call to arms for people. With what's happening in BC, I have to thank the beer donation people, which will play out here, probably over here. But please, I'm going to take down the beer donation link as soon as I get back to edit this video. And I encourage everybody to donate to local charities, local food banks, Red Cross, whatever the case is. This is the season coming up when people need it the most. I am eating quite fine here. It doesn't look like much. That's all I need. I'll do fine. Corned beefy. But I have donated $1,000 to the Red Cross BC flood relief, and I put a challenge out to any other YouTubers that get to go out to BC, a beautiful province. I was born there. I lived there for years. I have a lot of good friends and a lot of family there, and it breaks my heart what everybody in BC has been going through. But that's not the only tragedy in the world. Please, please defer any beer donation funds until after things get straightened out into the new year sometime, and after the holiday season is done, because there's folks that, would be lucky to be having this tangy corned beef cabbage soup here for sure. And so anybody that's actually going out enjoying BC, any tourists, please consider putting in a donation to the relief fund. And that's all I can say about that. I know it's probably a long list over there because it's been a few weeks that I haven't done a video, but thank you all so much. But I am going to be turning off the links to the beer donation funds. And until the new year, I want to see any of those donations go towards your local food banks, Habitat for Humanity, whatever your cause is. And please give me a message through stevewallace.com or campingwithsteve.com. They're both the same site. And I'm going to get your names up for what you can do to help people that are really struggling, because my stealth camping, I love doing it. I get a thrill out of it. I used to do it not by choice. Now I do it by choice because it's fun to do and it gets me outside. A lot of people don't have that choice, though. Thank you all so much, of course. And enough of this old guy rambling on. I have no idea what I'm even going to do when I get home for another video, but I know what I'm going to do as soon as I finish eating this. I have to get the bear spray out of my car across the highway, so we're going to go for a little walk here as soon as the traffic calms down.